What is up, my friends? Manny here. Welcome back to another episode. I just started a little trip through Europe in my car, the wonderful Caddy Bro from the van to mobile home video transformation thing. Since it is still summer, it is rather going to the north than to the south. And as since I started down in Styria in Austria, one of my first stops was actually Vienna, my hometown, residence of the first rock climbing gym I went to. So of course I had to do a little session there. I didn't have much time, so I basically picked one of the harder problems and tried it a bit with the goal of climbing it as fast as possible. Spoiler alert, I failed. But anyway, I got some nice shots from the attempts, so I thought let's make a little analysis. And also I want to use the opportunity to tell you how I plan to keep you updated about the upcoming stops on the trip, because if everything goes as planned, I'll visit a couple of bigger cities, and climbing spots in Germany, and who knows, maybe even stuff more in the north. And it would be cool to meet some people who watch the channel, hang out a bit and go climbing maybe even, and have a great time essentially. But first, to the problem. We're looking at those green old school holds here. The setting style is very straightforward, not a lot of holds, indicating a relatively simple beta. Starting at these quite far apart side pulls down there, and then we've got this pinch. And this is really a key hold in the problem. From this we've got a pretty far move, and basically out to the corner, onto this edge there. And we've got this strangely directed undercling here. It's pretty interesting how we're going to utilize that one. Then we've got this side pull up here on this volume, and very up there, far up there, the top hold. What I forgot to show you in this little scheme is the foothold that is below the side pull edge there with the right hand, but you're gonna see it in my first attempt anyway. So this is the flash attempt, I think. So as you can see, 2 side pulls start, and then first move into this pinch with the left hand, which is already not so easy, and then big move out to the corner of this overhang. And it turns out that this is a pretty intense dyno. You have to really push hard there, and then lock it off under, cross into this strangely directed undercling, which is kind of a side pull undercling really in this situation. And then something strange that you have to do with your hips and your whole body position to kind of recross into this next side pull undercling edge there on the volume. So as I said, in the beginning, the challenge for me was to send this boulder as quickly as possible. That's why I made it pretty much in a, I don't know how I should call the style, maybe a shotgun style, where you never do a lot of rest, you just try and try and try and try, and this way trying to figure out the beta as quickly as possible. Now what you can see here is that I'm only utilizing the foothold down below here, the foothold below the strangely directed undercling. And what I did not notice, fast enough, so to say, to be successful was that actually you can also step volumes as well. And this is the thing that I realized just right now.
Plus Boxen steigen.
Yeah, so I just took a look at the marking of the starting holds again, and on these markings it usually says whether you can step boxes, whether you can step volumes as well. And this was the case, this is the case for this boulder, and this obviously makes the next move from this undercling into the side pull edge a lot easier, because as you can see now you can step with your right foot onto this volume on the right overhang there. And this way you can snap yourself into this side pull, so to say, and initiate the pretty damn hard, pretty damn intense last move to the top, which is basically locking off this undercling side pull edge there, getting a left heel up really high, locking this hold off extremely far down to be able to reach the top hold, which you have to reach statically almost, because if you get kind of a swing in there, the top hold is not like a top jog or anything that you can swing off a lot here. So yeah, this was basically the moment where I had my beta down, so to say. I did not yet make all the single moves, because as you could see I could not do the last move still. So this is the next objective that I had in mind, wanting to be able to do the last move essentially. And what you also might have noticed is that I did not do the dyno as well, but When failing on the flash on the dyno, I already realized that, okay, probably in the next attempt I would stick it, you know, so I wouldn't even waste time trying the single dyno move. I just went for the hard ending of the boulder, so to say, and as it should turn out, this is also where the crux of this whole problem lies, you know, in the very last move actually. Now I almost did it, but as you have seen, maybe I utilized here a little bit intermediate hold there. I could not do the clean move, so I tried again. As you can see here, side pull edge with the right hand, some sort of hold to get the left heel hook up, and then big lock off. And as you can see, I'm going for it dynamically. Doesn't really, you know, yield any success here. You have to lock it off just crazily hard, which is really hard on your right bicep, you know. Here I'm trying to see if there's any other solution excluding the left heel hook, because I had the feeling that the left heel hook doesn't really help a lot. It's, you know, it just kind of gets your foot up, but doesn't really take off a lot of weight from this hold. But yeah, it turns out that there is no other solution basically. So yeah, I keep trying this move in shotgun style, you know, no bigger rests, you know, only like always 20 seconds rest, and here I could stick it for the first time. But as you can see, it was still kind of dynamic, not really static, so I was pretty sure that I wasn't able to do that when I come from the ground, you know. So we're gonna need a lot of bicep for this one, right biceps, you know. And obviously you gotta take this one more as an undercling than a pinch or a side pull, something like that, okay? As much undercling as possible. Yeah, let's take a look at the next attempt, you know, with all these realizations. Maybe I'm already better now. Boom, big dyno, and as I thought I would, I stuck it this time. Catching this foothold with the right foot first, switching feet, crossing under into the undercling, into the strangely directed undercling, stepping the volume, and then trying to catch this next side pull, which is really hard from below. One bigger rest, and let's try again. Okay, so I made a bigger rest now. Well, let's see how it goes. Move into the pinch, stepping, big move into the edge, catching the foothold, foot switch, under cross, then kind of turning the hips, you know. This time I slipped off the volume. It should be noticed as well that these holds are on there for quite some time already, so they are a bit greasy. Again, big dyno. The dyno gets easier and easier, you know, the more often you do it. Switching feet, under crossing into the undercling, stepping, and take a look at my hips now. I'm turning my hips here really right into the wall, and this way you can catch it. Sorting it in as underclingy as possible, but still, as you could see, I was not able to lock it off solidly and had to catch an intermediate hold there. So yeah, doesn't count. And from now on I basically shoot in attempt after attempt until I feel my right bicep, which, you know, makes me decide to stop because I didn't want to hurt myself right before starting the trip, you know. Which brings me to the next topic of this video. How am I gonna update you? There is this kind of community tab on my channel, you know, which I haven't utilized so far, but which you can use to send out small messages to the audience, you know. Which doesn't take a lot of upload time or anything, which is good because I won't have stable internet all the time. So I'm gonna utilize this community tab to kind of announce my next you know, destinations on the trip. And when you're gonna check it out now, you should see like 1 or 2 of these posts. I think the first one is when I was in Prague, and the second one will be when I will be around Dresden in the Elb-Sandstein area, which should be the next stop there. So if you are interested in where I'm going, check this tab from time to time, especially if you live in Germany. Who knows, maybe I cross your way. If you want to meet up or something, just drop me an email or send me a message, or I don't know, just simply catch me on the go when I'm there, you know. I'm not afraid to talk to people. You can just talk to me if you see me, basically. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just a little bit of an update, you know, how it goes with the trip and everything. Yeah, until then, I hope to see you soon. Keep crushing. Bye.